Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. It's round 15 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, and we are at Uddevalla for the MXGP of Sweden. Coming up on today's show, we have Simon Langenfelder, the defending champion from 2025 in Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. We've got Jago Geerts, MRT Racing Team Beta, and we have Jan Postema, who is one of the two people running the MXGP Academy. If you don't know what that is, of course, perfect, because we can explain all about that. Anyway, before we go anywhere, let's check in with Lisa Leyland. Here we are, back in gifting country, the land of the Vikings, as they say here. Yeah, they don't say Vikings, they say Vikings.
I saw that on the script, and I thought, Paul doesn't know how to spell Vikings. They're coming in, though, in full force. We saw them last night. Like, it's going to be a busy one, but it's because of Isaac, isn't it?
Yeah, have you seen any horny helmets bombing around?
I've seen a lot of horny helmets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit too early. Anyway, let's, should we carry on? Move on with the show?
Yes. Simon.
Right, let's welcome our first guest.
That's your cue.
Simon Langenfelder joins us, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, and obviously Simon kicked our first studio show of the year off in Argentina this year. Welcome to our studio show, Simon. Hello. First guest in Argentina, and here we are again. Obviously that weekend in Argentina you went 1-1. A lot's changed since then, hasn't it? You know, it's been an interesting season so far.
Yeah, I must say that's for sure. But yeah, in Argentina I was here and I went 1-1. But I don't want to replicate that quali race. So that 1-1 on Sunday is fine, but no points in the quali race.
But like I say, you know, looking from the outside, that first sort of 4 races when you sort of went 1-2, 1-1, from the outside looking in, it looked like, you know, not that the title was already decided, because a lot can happen, but it just looked like there was maybe, it was hard to see anybody past you winning the championship or doing something like quite dominant. What changed after the first 4 rounds? I mean, I can maybe look back at Trentino race 1 when it rained, and you were a little bit nervous when it rained a little bit, but it wasn't that, was it?
No, I would say it's been really tricky. Like understanding all the like small problems, I would say, is really difficult, because we are on such a high level, and especially this year I feel like with Guillaume and also Sasha, Camden, they're all on a really high level, and to win I need to be on every ground really good. I must say last year on hardpack with deep ruts it was quite easy to win for me, but this year, you know, also Guillaume is really good on that stuff. So they always keep me on my toes.
Yeah. Well, this year you're working with Mark Deruva. How did that all come about? Was that part of the winter training, or did you bring him in after Trentino, or even later on in the season?
We brought him in first weekend in Portugal. Right. So all the winter training, all the beginning of the season I did, I would say by myself on the bike. For sure I had a physical trainer, but on the bike I did mostly by myself, and it was working really good in the beginning of the season. I would say I never had that good of a start of a season. Yeah, but then it all like kind of fell apart, and I know that tracks like Arco or Germany, they aren't my, let's say, favorite ones, and I struggle a bit, but I didn't seem to get out of that hole again. Yeah. So yeah, we for sure try to do everything we can to fix that. We went back on my old setup from last year. We went with Mark Deruva together, and no, it seems to be working better again. What
is he exactly helping you on? Is it on the riding physical side, or is it more on the mentality side of it, or both?
I would say both a little bit. You know, I was 4 years at the Carly, and they're a really good team. They know what to do. They have a lot of experience. I think they've worked together with many different riders, and yeah, coming now to the Austrian side, it's a very different world, I would say. So yeah, I would say this year I learned a lot on the training side, on the testing side, on many sides, because yeah, I've been more on my own, working and trying to develop and better the bike. But I would say now we are again on a level where I can say, okay, my bike is working good. I understand them more and more, and we're for sure working towards the right direction.
Yeah. Well, talking to that, as we said, 4 podiums at the first 4 races, then nothing for the next 6. But the light at the end of the tunnel is you've been on the podium 3 of the last 4 rounds. Looks like the consistency is coming back now, and obviously, I guess you and everybody else in the team has got to be really happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. We're all happy to be back on the podium. But anyway, I want to win, you know. And yes, it's a nice 3rd place or a 2nd place, but
the consistency is more the key. There was no consistency for those 5 or 6 races.
Yeah, that's for sure. I would say I always said like the first race quite okay, but then the 2nd race always kind of fell apart, and I was a bit helpless because I didn't know why it fell apart.
Yeah.
You know, I was riding around there, sometimes even in Montevarchi out of the top 10, and I was like, came out and I was super disappointed, but I didn't really know what to change. And I think those are the exact moments where Mark is jumping in and helping me just in the right moments to have my head straight, and just to do the right things on a few of the right moments. I think that makes just that small difference.
Yeah. Well, you haven't won a race on a Sunday since Sardinia, but in terms of the qualifying on the Saturday, you've won 3 of the past 4 qualifying races. So again, that is another positive. It's like Paul said, the consistency is there, and that's a step in the right direction. Yeah,
that's for sure. I was really happy about those quali race wins.
3 in a row.
even in Lommel, I wasn't too far away. It was just Kempton. He was strong in the sand. No, but speaking about the starts, I was for sure improving. I made really good starts in the last few rounds. I was always out front in the beginning and battling there. But yeah, those races are long. You need to be on your toes. Like I said, they are all fast, and just holding it together till the end is tough. Like especially when we were last weekend in Lommel with those deep holes and bumps and that really deep sand. It's been a tough one, but I must say I've been enjoying those last few races.
Okay, good. Okay, Guillaume Triumph. No one could really foresee what they would do this year. I think they surprised many people. I'm sure you're surprised as well. What are your thoughts on what Triumph have done and Guillaume? How surprised are you by their performance?
Well, I must say congrats to them. They've built a really good program. Rider-wise, they've made really good steps. I think also the bike from them doesn't look too bad.
Are you surprised at the consistency from certainly Guillaume?
Really, yeah. Especially he's been good in the sand, on the hard peg, everywhere. So it's tough to find some of the weak spots. But like I said, we still have a few races to go. You never know what's going to happen. Also last year got really exciting till the last round. You know, you never know.
Well, 5 races left, including this one. And obviously, this one has been a good one for you in the past couple of years. 2 wins. Are you feeling the top step podium vibes again this weekend?
Last year, I felt them. So, no, I for sure hope to finally get another overall win, or at least race win, or something on the number 1 spot. But we will see. We'll see. I'm motivated for sure. I try to go for the win. That's always the plan every weekend. But I must say, consistency-wise, I'm happy with the podium, but I really want that win, so I'm for sure pushing.
All right. Well, look, Simon Langenfelder, thanks for joining us here this weekend. Obviously, we are out of time, but enjoy this weekend and the next 4 races after that: Arnhem, Turkey, China, Australia. And, maybe that win starts this weekend. Not just a quali win, but maybe the top step. You never know.
I hope so. Cool. Okay, thanks for having me.
No worries, thank you. Before we let Simon go, here's a quick snippet, episode 14, Behind the Gate, the Red Wall. Just the back end of the MX2 Race 2 and some of the emotions felt by Julius Mikula at his home Grand Prix from Czech Republic. Enjoy this. He muscles his way up the inside. Carlos Raceless now into 3rd place. Downhill. And over the line, Liam Everts wins race 2. He takes his first race win of the season.
Always shot at home. What can I say? Awesome. The riding was good at the beginning, but then I get really tired to the end, and I just wanted to survive from 10 minutes to go, and I was completely tired because I crashed in the third corner and went basically from dead last almost, and to come back to 9, I think, was pretty good ride, but just wasn't enough energy to go to the 8 and 6 because those guys are fast. It doesn't matter, you have to start good and stay there for the first few laps. And I did not do that. I start good but crashed, but yeah, happy with this. It's gonna go to my collection. Hopefully more coming soon.
Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. Our second guest joins us now, Jago Geerts, MRT Racing Team Beta, and we were just discussing a moment ago, welcome by the way, back to the studio show. It's been, what, since your MX2 days, so 2023 would have probably been the last time you appeared in this very studio. Did it even look like this? I think it's had a makeover since then.
I think it's quite the same as before.
Okay, because we used to have the table in the middle. I wasn't sure if it was that long ago that we had.
I don't remember this.
Yeah. But look, Jago, welcome to our studio show. Yeah, as we said, let's just touch briefly before you get to sort of 2026. Since you'll move into MXGP in 2024, it's been quite the roller coaster, hasn't it, in one way or another for you? It's been quite up and down, and not the easiest, I guess, at times.
No, for sure. The first year I did only 1 or 2 GPs because of my elbow injury, so it was a difficult start to my MXGP career. And yeah, last year it was a season with a lot of ups and downs, so not the easiest, but yeah, we don't give up and we try to come back on our old level again. Yeah,
well, as we said, 2024 was pretty much over before it began. 25 seemed like it was more of a rebuilding year, still had some ups and downs. But what about 26? How are you feeling about this year and how everything has been so far? Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, the results haven't been great, but I've been getting better and better every race, and it feels like that I'm really rebuilding this year. Like I'm getting better, and I feel that my confidence is improving, so I think that's the most important at the moment, and my speed is getting better, so I'm really happy about how I'm improving myself this year. And even though the results don't show it yet, I think I can be happy about the season until now, and it will be good for the future.
Sure.
Well, a new team for you, MRT Racing Beta. How has that transition been for you, Jago, with the team, new people around you, the bike? How's it all been?
Yeah, it's been quite easy. Yeah, for sure, I had to get to know the bike and get to set it up like I want. So that took some time, but now I'm feeling comfortable on the bike, and we don't change many things at the moment, and it's just like coming to every race and with the same setup.
Yeah, you just said a few moments ago that you've been building this year, learning, and the results don't actually show it, but they kind of do in a way, because, you know, 7th overall in Lockett with an 8th and a 9th. You were also 8th in the qualifying race there. Things are coming together, and you know what, you can see the difference.
Yeah, for sure, but I think in Lockett the track suits me well and suits the bike also well, so it was a really good weekend for me, and also last weekend in Lommel. My riding was good, but I had 2 crashes, and like 1 crash in the first race and 1 crash in the second race. So the result was nothing spectacular, but I felt good on the track, so that was also quite important.
How much of this result was down to you? And obviously I don't know too much about your development program or your test program with the team, but have you had the introduction of some new parts that you've been able to test recently as well? Has that made a difference if you've also been able to, you know, introduce new parts? or was it a combination of both?
Yes, we had some new parts, but it was not a crazy difference, but just a few small things, and it made a difference in the positive way, not really big, but for sure it helps a bit.
And how has it been the only rider on the team? Because all the teams that you've been a part of in the past, there's been 2 riders, maybe 3 riders and things like that. Some riders, I guess, prefer having a busy tent, you know, busy awning to be underneath. Some maybe like to be a little bit more sort of on their own and things like that. How was it for you? And because obviously, you know, from me being a solo rider in the past, you don't always have the feedback from another rider, another team member, you know, which you obviously had at the beginning of the year. But so how was it for you just being there now under the tent by yourself? Something you mind or don't really care too much about?
For me, it's not a big problem. I quite like to be the only rider in the team. All the attention goes to you, and it's like easier to change some things, or if there is something new to try, you can test it by yourself. So for that, it's good. It's just if there is many different things to try, then it's for sure it's easier if you are with 2 or with 3.
Sure.
Well, you touched upon it a moment ago, your home GP in Lommel. How was that for you? 10th in the qualifying race, 12th and 11th on the Sunday. I guess you feel like you can improve on that, but how was that weekend?
Yeah, it was a fun weekend, and in general, it's always fun to ride in front of the home crowd. And obviously, after crashing out last year, it was fun to do all the races this year. And I just enjoyed it. It was fun. It was the track was really tough, so yeah, it was a good, nice weekend.
Actually, your home GP, has it kind of changed over the years? You know, when you were in MX2 and the expectation was there and higher, was it quite a stressful weekend? You just mentioned how fun it was now, so I'm guessing the level of enjoyment has kind of come back for that race for you.
Yes, there was less pressure this year. When I was in MX2, it was always the goal to win, and there was a lot of attention also from the fans, and I had to do a lot of interviews and everything, so that made it really stressful. But this year it was more calm, and I could enjoy it more than the other years.
Sorry about that, Jago, because that was me always trying to get him. That made it really stressful as he looks at me. I remember in your MX2 days, there was always so much buzz around you, wasn't it? There was a lot going on, but it's a bit more of a clear head now, so which is good. Yeah.
Just a real quick question about the bike as well. Does the bike kind of perform differently on different conditions? Like you mentioned how the bike suited you and the bike work well together in Loket. So does it perform better on the hard pack than the sand, or you know, and is that something that you got to work on to try and bring the bike up to a level that it can perform on both even better?
Yeah, it's working better on hard pack than in the sand. I think for the sand we are still missing a little bit of power, so that makes it a bit more difficult. But like it's not that it's like a big step, because I could still finish like around the top 10. So. But I think we can still improve a bit on that, and for the hard pack it's a really like not an aggressive bike, so it's really easy to ride, and that makes it good for the hard pack.
Sure.
Okay. Well, 5 rounds left before the end of the season. It's gone super fast, hasn't it? How was free practice this morning, and what are you hoping to achieve between now and the end of the season?
The free practice didn't go so well. I had a problem with the bike, so I had to take the second bike. But for the rest of the season, I just want to finish as many times as possible in the top 10. That's the goal. And then, yeah, keep going like I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, Jago, we're out of time, but thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But keep enjoying it, and let's see where it goes between now and the rest of the season.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Jago.
Jago Geerts. Right, Jan Postema is getting ready to come and join us in a moment. But before we catch up with the one of the bosses of MXGP Academy, let's take another look at episode 14, the Red Wall. Sometimes we have little get-togethers inside the paddock, and obviously Red Bull KTM had one of theirs in Loket. Let's enjoy a little bit of behind the scenes from that party just a few weeks ago.
It was pretty cool again to see everybody of the company there in Loket. It's not the first time we do it, but I'm always looking forward because that really shows the interest of the company. It's also interesting for the employees to see how we work and stuff like that. And I think it also shows that yeah, we are working kind of as a family, even if we have the 3 teams, let's say the Carly team, the in-house team, what I call it, and the Husqvarna team. But we are really sharing a lot of information, working together a lot. But of course, on the other side, every team wants to win the championship, which is normal and which is good, I think, which is positive, because this keeps us motivated. And I think this internal competition, let's call it, makes us all stronger together as a company. And I'm, can only be pleased with that.
Who would you trust the least to drive one of these team trucks? Oh, so we're not going to give him the keys then? Okay, cool. Got it.
As far as rookie seasons go, it's not been too bad a season for Andrea Adamo, of course, former MX2 world champion. He's been on the podium already once this year. And I think the second half of the season, we're really starting to see him grow as a rider. He's getting used to the power of the 450. I think it was in South Africa, and as I was leaving the track on Sunday evening, that he said to me, he doesn't think he's ever ridden a 450 as quick on a racetrack ever. So, you know, he's just still figuring out one or two things here and there, but I think time and time again, he puts himself in right positions. His speed is good, his fitness is good. Just one or two little things missing. Not sure what they are yet, but maybe a little bit of consistency. But overall, I think Andrea Adamo can be pleased with where he's at in the greater scheme of things in this MXGP title chase.
And I lost the drive on the uphill, and you came really close. And then, yeah. But you finished? So, oh, still quite good. I couldn't. Oh, I got off, but I have my clutch like this. Yeah. So I was gonna try to start running, and I just went perfect because I wasn't still. You came down a little bit, or you straight away went up? I was still okay in the bottom, like I wasn't that far up. Because you made the mistake pretty much in the beginning. Yes. So I just went, okay, straight away got up. Okay. Right.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our live Part 3, our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our final guest joins us now, Jan Postema. Now, he heads up with a guy called Martin van Genderen, who was a former Kawasaki race team boss. They head up the thing called the MXGP Academy. Now, if you don't know what that is, well, perfect, because this guy is going to tell us all about it. It's been running quite a few years. First of all, Jan Postema, welcome.
Thank you for
Former
having
Grand Prix
me.
racer in the 80s, 125 Grand Prix specialist. What is the Academy, and how long has it been going for those who don't really know too much about it?
Next year we'll hit 12.5 years, so it's really nice. Originally it started with an idea from Giuseppe Longo.
Yeah.
Bringing kids and giving them more information and see that motocross, the Grand Prix, is really a job. So we show them, okay, this is what's going to happen. We have an education part, so they ask them about flag signals, about a little bit about deals they have to do, the things they have to know. Then Martin van Genderen does a part with the parents, so the parents get an education part as well. That's always nice. Then we have riding from 5 till 6, from 6 till 7, and then after the next day we go visit the factory team, and we are really proud and happy. The industry is picking it up. Absolutely magnificent.
Well, as you said, like step by step, I mean, how does it work in a little bit more detail then? So we normally see you on Friday buzzing around the paddock with the kids. I'm guessing, first of all, there's like an initiation, like a rider's briefing, where you, in the media center normally?
Yeah, media center. Yeah.
So how does that work?
So the kids come in at 2.
Yeah.
Media center, we explain what we're going to do. We're going to do the Friday, Saturday, we explain everything to them. Then at 3 o'clock, they come back and they have an education part. They have a kind of a list of questions they have to ask, answer, for like yellow flags or what kind of flags and what is necessary for safety. When that's done, the parents stay, the kids go out with me, they go on the track, show them what we're going to do. So that's the best on the Friday. Then everything is back at 5, from 5 to 6, from 6 to 7, but at 5, not 5:01, at 5.
Yeah.
Discipline is important.
Strict.
No discussion. You are not there at time. Hey, we start. It's like the gate. Bye. See you.
Yeah.
And I think that makes the academy nice and different because the kids are helpful, playful, and they listen.
Yeah.
And is there an age limit to the riders?
No, it's more or less, let's say 65, 85. That's the group we're caring about.
Okay, so you've done the briefing. You then take the riders out on track. What happens then? How long's the track sessions? What's the program?
Track session is 5 till about 10 to 6. Then they have a small break, 10 minutes. Goggle, change.
And they're riding on the GP track in different sections.
Yeah. Start area, where we do the technical part, basic, pure technical. Like we have a system, 1, 2, 3, 4, like standing up, elbows up, sit gas moment. We're all working from there. Then at 6 again, from 6 to 7, and we swap. There's one, Robert Just is doing the riding part on the track. I'm doing the technical part on the starting area.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously, and here is the thing, you know, we've obviously got some riders that are riding in MX2 this weekend. We saw them at the airport the other day. Carlos.
Tell the story.
Yanis and Carlos Racelis.
I've heard this story.
Yeah. You went up to them. You were chatting about something.
Yeah.
You disappeared. I went up to them and said, by the way, because the Academy, we've seen it in Latvia with RJ, with Just. I said, did you ever go on the Academy? They went, yeah, twice. And so now here they are in MX2, both finished on the podium. You know, that for them was a part of the whole experience, you know, being in the paddock and everything else, and now they're turning that dream into reality.
Yeah.
And it's an important step.
And they are helpful. Like, I have a list, huh?
Yeah.
I'm getting older, so I need a list sometimes. But like, De Wolf, Adamo, Langenfelder, Van Drunen, everybody been more or less in the academy, and they say it was helpful.
Yeah.
It gave us an idea what it is. It is a job. You have to work on it, you have to work hard on it, and you have to have discipline.
Yeah.
So all those things together.
Yeah.
Like when I pulled him back because he didn't wipe his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He will remember that all his life.
Yeah, yeah, that was Carlos Racelis basically saying we went into a Yamaha team or something and you have the foot wiper and he didn't wipe his feet. Obviously gave him a lesson like be respectful, wipe your feet and all the rest of it. But it's part of it, part of the discipline and whatever else. And being respectful in your environment.
Absolutely, that's basically it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
So after the track session then, I guess you go back to the media center and have another debrief and there's diplomas and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, that's the second day. So we visit teams.
Yeah.
We go to all the teams. I mean, Honda factory, Yamaha factory, KTM factory. I mean, we are welcome everywhere, and I'm proud about it. The kids are happy, and they remember this as long as what we're going to do.
Sure.
Yeah, and just to pick up on what you said, going to the different teams, it's not just about riding, is it? You know, you visit the teams, you visit the hospitalities.
Exactly.
You've been in the studio show area when we're filming. So it's just giving them the whole experience of the event, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's really important. They see the complete scene, what's happening. And we also explain the big change in motocross is an athlete on a motocross bike. That's a big difference because nutrition, diets, fitness, sleeping, organized, everything, we try to explain that to them. And we're doing that worldwide. Also, there are a lot of trainers involved. Martin Verenden has an awesome program. We even have data from the riders. So it's the whole program is really working, and it's getting our sport on a higher level. Because it's extremely what the guys are doing on the bikes out there.
Yeah, the biggest standout for me is like the discipline. Like you say, we start at 5, not 5:01, not 4:59. It's 5 o'clock. Be there. If you're not there, we start without you anyway. And that's like free practice, time practice, the race start. If you're not in the waiting zone, guess what? They bring in the reserve. If the race goes without you, the session starts without you. And this is one thing that you have to teach them from an early age.
Absolutely, but we also involve the parents because, like, okay, yesterday the father tightens the helmet, puts on the goggles. I said, hey, what about doing them by yourself?
Yeah.
What about being, you want a baby to ride the bike or want a boy to ride the bike?
Yeah.
And explain that to the parents. They say, oh, I never thought about it.
Yeah.
So we are really helpful, and with Martin together, we really try to bring it and help them to race an athlete. Not a motocross rider just doing circles, but an athlete on the bike. It's a completely different scene.
Yeah, we are out of time, but my experience of being on the first ever Team Green program in Europe with Alec Wright, who you know very well, was our first initiation ceremony was, even at 8 years old, you are responsible for preparing your own gear bag, your helmet, your boots, your goggles, everything else, and because if you get to the race and something has been left behind, it's not your parents' fault, it's your fault. And that's something I learned. So I was almost like a factory rider at a very young age, and you're doing something similar with the kids. What about tying the helmet up? What about even doing your own gear bag and these kind of things, you know? So it's vital lessons in terms of wanting to be on that ladder and on that journey to becoming a racer.
And you see the appreciation from the parent. They say like, wow, we never thought about it. We lost path, and they are getting back on the path because it's an athlete program.
Yeah.
And we're not babysitters out there.
No, exactly. And it's not an easy world. It's a tough world out there, being a pro racer and the journey to get there. But Jan Postema, thanks for stopping by.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
No problem. You're doing a fantastic job. You and Martin, of course, Robert, just one of the coaches as well.
Absolutely.
And you use various coaches in and around different countries as well. I've seen Livia Lancelot there as well in the past.
Exactly.
But we're out of time. But coming up on MXGP TV, of course, we've got MXGP and MX2 qualifying, starting there with the MX2 time practice into MXGP. We've got 125 presented by FMF Racing. They're back on the agenda as well with their first race in the MX250, then the qualifying races MX2 and MXGP. But we are out of time, as I said. Thanks to Lisa, as always. Thanks to our guests, Jan Postema, Simon Langenfelder, and Jago Geerts. We'll be back next week when we go to the MXGP of the Netherlands in Arnhem. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Enjoy your weekend.